discussion from WeMet Forum. We came with a couple of options on how you end up in crowfoot. My initial hypothesis was that it was a result of this kind of exchange where we're doing a one-to-one bind. We both step off line and recover with the compass, and voila, crowfoot. This would exist on both sides. Then there were propositions based on what Alex, Colin, and a couple other guys were talking about the crowfoot being a result of not stepping, not unlike a punch in boxing, something like this, where the weight comes up off this foot, that foot turns to get the hip involved, right? This might be the case with a threshold. And so as he cuts on tug, right, here, again, and played around this a lot today. It works pretty well. It's still rather stiff, but it is functional, and it gets the hip where it needs to be. Another option that we looked at, it's been discussed, is simply coming into the fight already in crowfoot. So if this is our line right here, instead of standing with my foot parallel to the line, lining with Ben, as Ben is here, with my foot already crowfooted a little bit, I gotta tell you, I actually like this a lot. So if I'm here, and already pointed out a little, not too dramatically, but enough that as I cut, I can step across, I can step out very comfortably. It doesn't take anything away if I go back, and if the weight drops back a little bit, the foot either stays crowfooted or points back where it was, it comes back in. And this solves the common telegraph where I'm fighting and I go, and that foot moves right before I cut. It's very common. You watch sparring vids of me or a lot of other people, you see it all the time. So start kind of crow-footed just a little bit, right? And if he cuts first, right? There we go. And then I'm in a good position to burst off right away. I feel like it actually trims a little bit of time off of my footwork, so I like it. Obviously, it's not 100% time of the time kind of thing, and I still got to figure out when to use it, when not to use it, and whatnot, which means I'm just going to use it exclusively for like the next month and see what happens. One other thing that I saw was around like 4 minutes and 20 seconds in Jeff Tsai's video on footwork was a cross step or a crosswise step, as Colin's been calling it. And instead of taking this cross step, as we see, say in Telhofer or Kushner, with the toe pointed in the direction of movement, which tends to open up one's shoulder, and it's always been something I haven't liked about this crosswise step. But the crosswise step happens here in the crowfoot, keeping the hips trained on the opponent, allowing you to move with the other feet out of the way. And we practiced doing this in a variety of scenarios and situations, found that it worked very well. Go ahead and do the new line. Here, I stepped not in crowfoot. Thankfully he moved the same direction I did, so it all kind of worked out, right? But if I want to twitch to his other side, in order to do it, I'm going to have to turn my foot, right? Whereas if I step in crowfoot right away, and not fall back on old habit, I don't need to reset my foot. It's already in position for the follow-on movement. And I think this fits in nicely with Gilbringer talking about the Vorschlag and the Nachschlag. Now the Nachschlag is ready to go before the Vorschlag even fires off. Anything you want to add? Okay, so that's just my